Aries, it's time for your monthly reading for May of 2021. I'm Michele B, and if you have followed me in the past and you've seen where I've recorded my videos before, you'll notice that these are not my usual digs. This is not my typical habitat. Usually I'm recording from my studio flat in downtown Bellingham, where I'm surrounded by beautiful art and lovely houseplants. I'm pretty happy with this hotel room that I decided to get myself though, because it's been getting so noisy where I'm living at. It's getting like in the average everyday readings that I do 2 or 3 times a week, there's a train running. The trains have the amount of trains that have been coming through, it's like every 20 minutes there's a train running through. And on top of that, there's like all of these like motorcycles and garbage trucks and people. Like there's a cafe right outside the window, which I love. And there's like a pub across the street that gets really noisy. It is such a noisy neighborhood. I love living there, but it's terrible for recording. So I asked myself, if I was abundantly wealthy and have a high value, which I am, what would I do? Well, I would get myself a lovely hotel room and do all of my monthly recordings from there. So that's what I did, Aries. And I'm all about living as though I am wealthy so that I can attract all the wealth I deserve. Yes, I am a very high value person. The information that I have to provide for you is priceless. It's worth it. So let's look at what to embrace and what to leave behind for the month of May, and then we're going to go from there. There's what to embrace. We got the Queen of Cups. And what to leave behind, we got the 5 of Wands. So this is clear cut and a lot easier to get through. What to embrace the lovey-dovey soft side. I like this for Aries. Sometimes they can be a very masculine kind of energy. Even if you identify as feminine, sometimes you can be a little bit of a butthead. Right? Sometimes you lack the tenderness that is necessary in order to feel whole, right? It happens sometimes, unless you have a strong Pisces influence in your chart. But yeah, this is associated, for me it's associated with Cancerian energy, which is nurturing and soft, but also very moody. And don't fuck with her. It's like the ocean. Don't fuck with it or it will kill you. Okay? That's very much like Aries too. Both cardinal energies though. Both quick moving. If it's determined to do something, it will do it. This is being determined to love. Being determined to nurture and take care of the people that you love. Okay? This is what you're embracing for this month. We'll see how this energy plays out throughout the rest of the reading. And what to leave behind? Leave behind the bickering and arguing. The Queen of Cups has no energy, no time, no interest in arguing with anybody. She's all about receiving love and sharing it amongst the people that she cares about. Okay? She's not interested in arguing over stupid shit. Okay? Leaving that behind. You know whatever it is, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Everybody's got stupid shit that they argue about. It happens. It happens to everybody. No more of that, right? Leaving it behind. No more. Not going to do it. All I'm here to do, this is what you're saying right now, Aries. All I'm here to do is to share the love, to feel the love and share the love. I'm not here to fight with people. That's nothing for anyone. Okay, so moving on to looking at your soul purpose messages for May. And we're going to look at your abundance and prosperity. And then we're going to look at your love prospects. Okay, so hang in there till the end if you want to know about your love messages. So anyway, let's look at that soul purpose stuff. What does Aries need to know about their soul purpose for the month of May? Got a couple cards that almost wanted to come out. Let's see, we got the soul purpose being entwined with some kind of romantic connection. You never know, and it's often the soul purpose doesn't have anything to do with your work. or your career. Often the soul purpose has to do with your connection, with your most intimate connections. My soul purpose is very much entwined with my intimate connections because I learned so much about myself with the reflection. It's like my relationships are a mirror to myself of what I think that my value is, what I think that the way I think that the world the way that the world looks at me. I think that's like the same as the way that my partner looks at me, right? If I think the world is looking at me like I'm low value, then like I'm gonna think my partner doesn't see the value in me, right? So and so on and so forth. The quality of my intimate connections is very much entwined with what I think I deserve. Okay, so in the times when I think that I deserve a lot of love, it's from the world, right? It's reflected in my romantic connections. So let's go over here to my dark colored deck and see what kind of clarification we have. So you did get a lot from that message, right? About your soul purpose being entwined with what you can learn from potential romantic connections. If you are not currently in a romantic connection, you're single, whatever, it's about the other part of yourself. If you identify as feminine, how are you treating yourself as like the masculine part of yourself? So like say, I needed somebody to pay for my hotel room. And so the masculine aspect of myself said, I'll get you the hotel room, baby. And so I did. So it's like, it's okay, baby, I'll get your room. I'll pay for it. And so I did, right? So if you're not in a romantic, you don't have to be in a romantic connection with someone else in order to support yourself as though you were your other half, as though you were your counterpart. Make yourself a nice dinner. Take yourself out to dinner. Do nice things for yourself. Treat yourself as though you are high value, the way that you would like a partner to treat you. Any further messages, please? Like all this stuff's coming out while I'm shuffling. I haven't even pulled another card, another clarification card. That's the clarification card that came out, okay? That's the card that came out. So you take it as it is. I'm going to drop it and move on to look at your abundance and prosperity because I think there's a lot to talk about there. But I mean, all of this cup energy, this like treating yourself really well, like being receptive. If you identify as female, being receptive to the masculine, that means bringing in what they have to offer in a loving, bringing in what they have to offer, catching what they have to offer in your chalice, and taking it and treating it really, really well, treating it like it's a special gift, okay? So there's that, but if you identify as masculine, that means caring and nurturing for yourself as though your feminine partner would do that, you know, like just like feeling really like you're out there to take care of, to protect and take care of anything that needs to be taken care of. It could be a house plant, it could be your pet, it could be your pillows, right? Just like do those things as though you are the feminine counterpart. Take really good care of your home, right? Bathe yourself, take good care of your physical body the way that your feminine counterpart would, all right? Embrace that other aspect of yourself. This is part of your soul purpose for this month, okay? Who knows what's going to happen in the future, but let's look at your abundance and prosperity from here. I love that those two cards came out together for this purpose. For you, Aries. It is what it is. Money, 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 money. Physical health. Your home, your stuff, the material stuff that makes life so nice. Cups, 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 cuppy cups, cup, 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 cuppy cups. Just come and get it. Here is your gift. It's for you. I feel like you're getting so your luck is improving so much. As I'm looking at this cup of love that's being offered to you by the universe, by source, by God, Like somebody's giving you this gift. And it's reminding me of this wonderful book that I just got by Denise Duffield Thomas. I can't speak enough about how fabulous and life-changing her work has been for me. She talks about how self-love, self-forgiveness, and like loving your body, loving your physique, loving your body, just loving everything about yourself leads to economic abundance. Of course, it leads to romantic connection, because when you love yourself, other people will love you. People will be like, they're going to treat you really well. If you treat yourself really well, other people are going to treat you really well, because you won't put up with any bullshit. But when you treat yourself really well, money wants to come to you, okay? So you're just like, every night you're writing down in your journal how proud you are of yourself for all the things that you accomplished. Not that you need to accomplish certain, but just like, it's gratitude for all the things that you did, for all the good things that you did. It doesn't have to be about accomplishment. I misspoke. But, just like journaling about what a lovely person you are. Loving yourself. If any anxieties come up, you're like, it's okay. It's okay for you to feel that way, but the universe will take care of you. Everything's going to be okay, all right? You'll know the right choices to make when the time comes. You don't have to worry about it. Also, do a meditation every morning and every night where you're going through your body and telling it how beautiful it is, where you're telling it how wonderful. And you know what? I have not had, talking about the physique, talking about the material version of ourselves, our bodies, I have not had any physical ailments since I've been taking her advice about loving my body. It's okay, body. You're all right. I love you. Comfort it like it's your child, right? Take good care of your body. Love your body all up, because it's wonderful. Start with your toes and go to your feet, and love your heel, and love your ankle, and love your calves, and your shins, and your knees, and your thighs, and really love your butt, okay? Really love your boobs. If you identify as feminine, just love every aspect of yourself, especially the parts of your physique that that in the past you've been critical of, especially those parts, because that's where a lot of the hang-ups are. Your luck with money will improve without even having to do anything new. It's amazing. It works. It sounds woo-woo, but shit. You're watching tarot on YouTube. You believe in the woo-woo. Try it. Get a hold of that book. She will tell you how to do it. Start with Lucky Bitch. And then if you want to know more about money, in particular, go to Get Rich Lucky Bitch, okay? It really helps if you identify as feminine, but like I said, if you identify as masculine and you want to embrace more femininity, the feminine aspect, your internal feminine counterpart, read the damn woman book, okay? Let's look at your love prospects. Let's look at your love prospects, please. For May, Aries, May love prospects. I'm going to paint a general picture because there are all kinds of relationships that Aries out there could potentially be in. Who knows? Maybe millions of Aries are going to be watching this video, and the messages will be for all of their different kinds of potential relationships. They're in committed relationships with one person, committed relationships with 3 people. They're in I don't know where this is going connections. They're looking for somebody and they don't have anyone right now, or they don't care about being in a relationship at all, but they're just tuning in anyway. Here are your general broad brushstroke messages, Aries. Whoop, there it is, the Chariot. There is another Cancerian energy card, but this is much more masculine because the charioteer, a little bit androgynous, but I identify that person as being masculine because they're on a victorious journey. They're going out to conquer, to go on an adventure, to spread the word. That's what they're up to. They're doing something. They're doing something profound for king and country. So that's why I identify this person as being masculine. So, like, you're doing all these cool things for yourself, right? I feel like with all these cups, you're leaning way toward your feminine aspects of yourself, even if you identify as masculine. You're in the areas of abundance and prosperity and soul purpose. You're leaning way into your femininity, but you're trying to find a balance, and you learn to love yourself, and it's really good, and I love it. It's juicy. But when it comes to love, I see that Chariot. That's not you. That charioteer is not you. That's somebody else. That's somebody who thinks you're hot. That's somebody who is so attracted they will stop at nothing to get close to you. Now, I've just gotten a download about this like toxic idea of people that won't take no for an answer. The whole like toxic chasing that turns into stalking kind of thing. So I just got a download about that. It doesn't mean that somebody's going to be stalking you, but be on the lookout for that kind of energy. It's only going to come in if you're afraid. It's not going to be a problem if you're not afraid, okay? You be courageous, you be smart, you be brave, stand up for who you are. This person's going to go whoosh, and they're going to bounce right off of that queen, right? They can't contend with the queen if they're toxic. So don't, like, if somebody's like buzzing around and they're annoying and they're persistent and you just don't like it, just be like, no. And just walk away and don't be afraid, okay? So there's that piece of advice. Like, we only have to worry about things that we feel fear about, okay? Until feel fear, it's not going to be a problem. Okay. Not trying to tell people to bury their head in the sand about truly toxic people. But I feel like you're not going to be attracting toxic people if you're treating yourself as though you have high value. Okay? You're not going to tolerate bullshit. But this is somebody who's very persistent about really being into you. And because you're working on yourself so intently, you don't have a whole lot of energy to chase anyone yourself. So it's kind of nice that this person is coming in and giving you attention and setting things up for you, like being that masculine counterpart that takes care of stuff for you so that you can like do you. It's really refreshing. It's really nice. If you're in committed relationships right now, this is like your committed partner taking care of things for you because you're doing you. And there's alignment. This bickering and fighting energy, it's not there. If it was there between you, it's not there anymore. And it's interesting because you're like, it was them. But it turns out once you come in alignment with loving yourself and valuing yourself at a higher level, the bickering stops. So who was it? Who was it really? That's something to think about. When you become softer, the bickering stops. Interesting. That doesn't mean you're putting up with any shit. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean you're putting up with any shit. It's just like you're not fighting about it anymore. You're just like, I don't care. And you're just like, go to bed. You're like, I don't care. And you just go get your own hotel room, just like me. Rather than having to bicker over stupid shit. I don't. So I don't have problems. I just don't deal with it. Okay. Let's look a little bit further in depth at the messages regarding this Chariot energy. Okay. Interesting. 7 and 8. We have the 7 of these. Like these are two different kinds of energies. There's the 7 of Wands, which is like feeling some inferiority complex stuff. And then we have the 8 of Cups, which is letting yourself move on. So there's some of you, I feel like this is like two camps. There's one part of you that is like looking at this Chariot energy and you're like, I'm not good enough for that. That's not your job. It's not your job to decide whether or not you're good enough, whether or not you're inferior to this person that's coming after you. They think you're of high value. Don't second guess what your value is. You only have to prove your value to you. You don't have to prove your value to them, okay? So just ignore that voice. It's like, if they're calling on you, you have to prove to them, like talking yourself up to them. You don't have to talk yourself up. The Queen of Cups doesn't explain herself to anybody, okay? You don't have to talk yourself up. You don't have to prove that you're worthy of this person. They already know what your value is. And then for the other camp, there's this Eight of Cups energy that's like, I feel like I need to go do something else. Even though things are really good with this person, you feel like I need to go do something else right now. We gotta put this on pause. That's what I'm feeling. We gotta put this on pause. I gotta take a break. I gotta go do this other thing. What I like about this card is you see this light? It's the sun. It's the sun that's lighting up that valley in the distance. This valley over here that this person's heading towards. And they're just like, I'm gonna go over here and check this out. I might bring another cup back to stick right there. Okay. When I come back, I'm gonna be even more fulfilled. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna get this cup, and I'm gonna come back and add it to the stack. Okay. Let's put a pin in this right now. And I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna be more fulfilled, and I'm gonna be even better at this connection. Okay. So let's take it slow. And I need to just like do my own thing a little bit. That's okay for you to do that. That compared to it, like, so that's in this deck, and that compared to this white deck where the Eight of Cups, he's like shrouded in shame, and he's walking into he's walking in the moonlight toward the like dark valley. He doesn't know where he's going. This is where he's going with an energy of, I'm like ashamed of myself for having to walk away. I've invested so much and now I have to give it up, kind of thing. Whereas this is like, can I just like do this other thing for a little while and come back? Okay. So there's that. Those are two different camps. It's okay for you to take a break to work on yourself at any time. There's no shame that should be attached to that. Go do it. If this person really wants you, it's really meant to be, they'll be there for you when you come back. And if anything, they're going to be proud of you when you're gone. They're going to want to hear about your adventures every day. Okay? Aries, that was an excellent reading. I'm really happy for you. I'm really proud of you for investing so much into yourself. And you know, it's just like, I'm going to soften up, and I'm not going to argue with anybody, and I'm not going to trip on what anybody else is doing. I'm just going to relax into me. I'm just going to nurture me, okay? Beautiful. If you love this reading, you want to show me how meaningful it was, there's a couple links in the description box below where you can find my Venmo and my PayPal. Pick one, whatever works. Send me a couple dollars. It'll let me know how meaningful this reading was for you, okay? I love you. And I will see you later. This is going to be a really good month for you. Bye, Aries.